All right, we got Steve Merrill here from wagertalks.com to break down the next noon matchup we have, which is the Nebraska-Indiana game. We got Nebraska with a 6.5 spread here. What's your thoughts on this game here, Steve?
Yeah, I mean, 6.5, 7 right now, depending on where you look. In fact, as we do this Thursday afternoon, this line is starting to move to 7 in some locations, mostly 6.5 still. Opened as low as 4.5, though. So we have seen some sharp money come on Indiana this week, pushing it up to 6.5. And it does look like that key number 7 is coming into play. I agree with the move, though. My 10,000 game simulation on average has Indiana winning this one by 9.5 points. By the way, if you're trying to find it on the betting rotation, it's at the very bottom. It's the last game on the betting rotation, even though it's a time change. It's now an early noon kickoff, but the last game on the betting rotation schedule. So if you're having trouble finding that on the Wager Talk Live odd screen, it's at the very bottom, game number 420. But once again, money's been coming on Indiana this week. I would agree with that move. Perfect 6-0 start. Nebraska, no slouch at 5-1. So this is a huge game for both squads in the Big Ten. Indiana currently 16th in the nation. Nebraska wins this game, they'll be ranked. Indiana will probably fall out even with the 6-1 record. So this is basically a winner stay, loser leave town, top 25 matchup. And these are the kind of games I do like to dig into. One thing that jumps out to me about Indiana is how good the offense has been this year, better than expected, giving up, allowing just 14.5 points a game, but they're scoring 47.5 points, throwing for 11 yards per pass. I mean, put that in perspective. Every time they drop back to throw the ball, they're averaging more than a first down this season. Nebraska, meanwhile, has been very strong defensively, giving up just 6 yards a pass against teams that allows average 7.1. Cornhuskers also throw the ball 8.1 yards per pass, but they've played a very weak schedule of defensive teams that allow 7.9. Indiana gives up just 5.7. So I think this is a big step up in class for Nebraska. Tough road game. I look for Indiana to remain undefeated after this week.
Excellent. All right. If you want more excellent analysis like this, find Steve Merrill at wagertalks.com. You can get Steve's best bets as well as Mark Rogers and Steve Merrill's takes at Mark's Patreon and his premium Voice of College Football membership tier, Voice of College Football Bets. Stay tuned. Become a winner. It's 2024.
College football is even more exciting with some action on the line. And the games are even better when you're cashing in. And the Voice of College Football is the place to be to get the greatest value. Let's start with my picks. 75% against the money line, 58% against the spread. I've got a 40-year track record. In fact, in 2023, at $100 played per game, you would have netted over $9,300. And guess what? I'm just the warm-up act. Steve Merrill, our ace in the hole, show stopper from Wager Talk. 6 years with the Voice of College Football, over 30 years in the industry. Steve gives us analysis on all the big games, but you can't miss Steve's weekly under-the-radar pick, which went 21-5 against the spread the last 2 seasons. I repeat, 21-5 against the spread. You also get picks from some of our top analysts here at the Voice of College Football, including Steve Dace and Matt Zemek. Become a YouTube channel member or Patreon member for just $99 per month. Go to the main channel on YouTube, click join, and select the betting tier. Do the same thing on Patreon. Make 2024 a winner now.